On the 3.7 worksheet, let's take a look at problem number 6, where they gave you a table of values here. And there's two pieces to this. Here in the first one, given that h of x is equal to f of x, or excuse me, f of g of x. This is a composition function. We're supposed to come up with h prime of 2. Okay, can't find h prime of 2 until you have found h prime, of x. So to take the derivative of a composition, it requires the chain rule. That's going to be f prime. We leave the inner function exactly the same, f prime of g of x, and then multiply by the derivative within g prime of x. Now, can't do anything else to simplify that right now because we don't have explicit definitions for f or f prime or g. So let's go ahead now and say that h prime of 2, that's what we're looking for here, is going to equal the following. It's going to be f prime of, and now g of 2. So g of 2 is going to get us a value of 3 right there. Multiplied by, here we go, g prime of 2. So g prime of 2 is going to get us this 3/2 right over there. And now, we wouldn't be able to do this problem unless we knew the value of f prime of 3. Which looks like it's going to be 0. So we end up with 0 multiplied by 3/2, and that's how we end up with a final answer for part A of 0. That seemed kind of anticlimactic, but all right, there it is. Saved by the bell, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to part B, which you'll notice I wrote by hand. There must be a reason for that. We're trying to find j prime of 2. J is defined again as a composition, but now the opposite order, g of f, and not just of x, but of x over 2. Let's talk about what to do with that. So j prime of x, the general derivative, here we go. Once again, the derivative of a composition requires the chain rule. Take the derivative of the outer part, g prime, leave the inner part exactly the way it was written, f of x over 2. Got it. And then times the derivative within, which is going to be f prime of x over 2. But here's the lesson I needed you guys to learn from the 3 handwritten problems on this worksheet. The derivative of f of x over 2 begins with f prime of x over 2, but you then have to multiply by the derivative of that inner part right there. And the derivative of x over 2, remember guys, x divided by 2 is the same thing as 1/2 times x, so the derivative within is a 1/2. So that would be what I would guess most people forgot when they tried to do this second part here. So therefore, everybody, j prime of 2 is what we're looking for here. Let's see what we got. It's going to be g prime of, and I'm taking f of 2 over 2. Well, that's f of 1, which is right here, and that's going to be a 2. Multiplied by, here we go, f prime, and again, 2 over 2 makes 1. So f prime of 1 is going to get us this 1 right here, and that's multiplied by 1/2. So all we need now is the value of g prime of 2. And there's that 3/2 showing up again. So this is a 3/2 times a 1 times a 1/2 again, which is going to get us 3/4 for the answer here for the value of j prime of 2.